we OG, oh no, G. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Runes is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got fossil steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it start? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystem. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. We are live for another Ordinal hour, and it's going to be a great one, guys, because we got Plan B saying some bullish stuff. We got Yagobi back. I'm so thankful. J25 killed it. So thankful for him the last couple days. Absolutely amazing. From Francis, the Block, and so many others filling in. It's been a wild ride, but I am glad to have my guy back. I'm glad to have the legend himself back. So it's going to be a great show today. We're going to get into a lot of Singapore updates. We're going to get into a lot of ordinals and fractal stuff. Tap stuff, rune stuff. We got an amazing show for you guys today. So let's just without any more interruption, bring in my partner here, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, man? What is up?
Well, first off, welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. Welcome back to the States. Welcome back to your life again, because I know your life's kind of been all upside down, and in and out of planes, in and out of cars. So welcome back first. But how was everything?
The trip was definitely fruitful, I would say, is the best description. I think word I could say. Obviously, there was some ups and downs. The downs was got food poisoning for a couple of days, but pushed through that. Try to get as much alpha as possible, and then Phuket was cool. Shout out to my wife for getting that birthday little trip in there. But yeah, it was definitely some R&R that was needed. But I'm just excited to be back, man. Like the energy. Hopefully, I bring it today. But I'm excited, man. I missed a lot too. When I was gone, we had like Glizzy going nuts. I was FOMOing from afar. So excited to get back.
Yeah, man. So you just had a birthday, right?
I did.
When was that?
It was on the 19th, so it was weird. I was getting happy birthday text 2 different days because obviously Asia's ahead. So it was 6 days ago. But I am 28 now.
Nice.
And yeah, right. Definitely don't feel 28 because I ain't 28. But yeah, I think this is going to be a great end of this year and start to the big dance is what I'm starting to call it, 2025.
Yeah, man. So leaving Singapore, what was like the vibe? What were people talking about?
Man, the vibe was great, dude. So it was the best event in Singapore in terms of ordinals. So that was the first bit of reaction that I was getting from the people that threw it. You know, our guy Nikki from Ordzar, Jeff Merlin Chain was the main sponsor of the event. So that vibe was awesome. Obviously, it was a smaller event than Token 2049. That is with all the chains and stuff, but you know, just the overall feel for digital assets was huge. You know, there were so many events going on across the city. You know, my wife was obviously, you know, away from me whenever I was trying to either heal up to get ready for an event or something. We had friends that visited, and she said everywhere they went, there was like a huge crowd of crypto people. So that was really bullish in my opinion, just for the overall sentiment, right? So we're breaking into this Q4. But just some alpha for the audience here, you know, the one big takeaway, and yes, you guys know that we talk about Merlin a lot here, and there's a reason why. You know, we believe in the founder, but man, it really solidified my belief. They were the main sponsor for the inscribing Singapore, which is a Bitcoin layer 1 thing, right? And so also just kind of running into circles with just really major players in the East, man, and having conversations. I really believe that you know, Merlin is going to be the dominant Bitcoin sidechain, eventually layer 2, if they are able to, you know, transition to that like Polygon did. For the EVM side. And then your Fractal was a huge conversation topic there. They're going to be leading the way on the UTXO side, right? And really, if you think about it, it kind of starts to put together this big ecosystem of scalable sidechains. And I think it's going to be even more important for these sidechains than what happened with Ethereum, because Ethereum didn't technically really need too much scaling. Yes, speed and cost. Okay, yeah, you could do things in different areas, but you could technically get away with like the technical aspect of just doing Ethereum things. The limitations weren't as big as on Bitcoin, to where these sidechains are needed, really, you know. So I think we're going to have a huge just burst of explosion with these Bitcoin side chains and solutions. And that also counts for like things like Arch Network. It's all going to be needed, guys. So you guys are in the right place at the right time. Tap, being able to do things on L1, even if it's just kind of finality on Bitcoin, utilizing some off-chain computation stuff with ICP. It's all going to be needed. And I think, you know, you guys need to really pat yourselves on the back for paying attention to, you know, Ordinal Revolution and channels like Francis Dune Uncensored and the block runners and stuff, because it's going to pay off, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but it's going to definitely pay off in the end.
And what ecosystem has like 3 or 4 different shows on it? I think there's not many, dude. And it seems like to what you're describing, huh?
Especially a niche ecosystem too. It's not like huge mainstream yet. So
yeah, dude, 100%. Like, not many people know about this, and has 3 podcasts. Like, it's pretty wild. YouTube. I mean, obviously you have spaces, and spaces are, you know, they're spaces, right? They're not like, they're not a show like how we kind of put on. I'm not saying anything about spaces. I love spaces, but I'm just saying, like, in general, it's not that like that in your face as a YouTube or X show, right? So, but to your point there, you're kind of describing Bitcoin as the sun, and all these other Bitcoin layer 2s or side chains kind of as planets kind of revolving around it, right? And like, what's going to be that biggest planet? We don't know yet, you know, or what's going to be the smallest planet? We don't know yet. But there's so many planets that are just kind of roaming around this Bitcoin sun, and I love it. I think it's special.
100%. 100%.
All right. Get the next thing here. Bitcoin Banana Zone in play. We know that Raul Powell is kind of calls it the Banana Zone, and he's been saying it. And then it's really caught on around the ecosystem that we're about to enter the Banana Zone. What is the Banana Zone, and where do you see us going this quarter?
I honestly, like, I'm not super familiar with the Banana Zone. I know that Raul is one of the ones that talks a lot about it, but I think it's the when we all go bananas, right? Like, whenever the ecosystem, Bitcoin hits a certain point, and it keeps going, and then eventually what happens is it slows down just a little bit for these alts to really kind of kick in. And I think this is going to be very interesting to see. Because some people are saying that the alt season isn't going to be as intense. I don't necessarily agree with that. I do think that alts are going to have its time, but we're going to see like the Bitcoin ecosystem stuff, and we've said this in the past, benefit initially first, in my opinion, right? Because it's like, if these maxis do want to shitcoin a little bit, which Ordinals has converted some of them, they don't have to do very much. They can, have their Bitcoin wallet, if it's a Unisat, Xverse, whatever, and just, send some from their hardware wallet over to there and play. Right. So I think we're going to see that initially, and then alt season will have kind of a separate thing.
Yeah, I think more and more maxis, because you got to remember too that there's some maxis that are very closed-minded, and there's some maxis who are very open-minded. They have, some stuff on Ethereum and stuff like that. They're not like full on maxis, but at the end of the day, Bitcoin is their digital gold, and they play. But instead of having to go to Ethereum or another chain, to your point, you just got to open a Unisat wallet, send some Bitcoin, and play. Or open an Xverse wallet, throw some Bitcoin and play. So it's really plug in and play for those guys. But yeah, I think the banana zone is about to be insane. And my guy Plan B, I know a lot of you guys don't believe in him anymore. I do. Let me see if we're gonna share my screen here. I still believe in him, but this is his scenario. And I'm gonna go run through this, and then at the end we'll kind of talk about it. But so October, classic pump month, Bitcoin 70K. November, Trump wins election. Ends Democrats, Biden, Harris, Warren, Gensler, war on crypto, Bitcoin 100K. December, massive ETF inflow, Bitcoin 150K. January, crypto people, companies return to the US, Bitcoin 200K. So he's basically saying crypto that's overseas now can come back to the US because Trump has friendlier laws, which brings the US potentially back into crypto. So 200K there. February, Power Law Crew sells. So I think that's when BlackRock and stuff like that, the people that are buying in now actually take profit. Bitcoin back down to 150K. And this could be alt season as well. Bitcoin dropping a lot of that money going from Bitcoin into alts. So February could be alt season. March, Bitcoin legal tender in Bhutan, Argentina, and Dubai. Bitcoin 300K. April, Trump US start building strategic BTC reserve, Bitcoin 400K. Many other countries except EU join the race, BTC 500K. June, several AI start using Bitcoin to autonomously arb TradFi, Bitcoin 600K. July to December, face melting FOMO, BTC all-time high 1 million. 2026 distribution phase, Bitcoin back to $500,000, 500K. 2027 bear market, Bitcoin bottom 200K. What do you think about this?
I mean, I love that if it plays out that way, right? There's a lot of things that I think we want to play out on that timeline there, right? Look, even if he overshoots by like 20%, because I think that he overshot about 20 or 30% last cycle, I'm happy with those numbers. You know what I mean? Because if Bitcoin gets $1 million, that means that like he overshoots 30%. We're talking about 700K, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there's variables, outside variables that have, that are going to come into play. We don't know, what's going to happen in November. A lot of people are definitely assuming that what Plan B says there, but yeah, it's a perfect, like amazing scenario, I think, for everybody here. One thing too, though, I've been seeing a lot about BlackRock kind of anticipating like a dollar failure in a sense, right? Like there's going to be like a hard crash. And that's one of the reasons why they're allocating a lot into Bitcoin, which is good for us. But obviously, if the dollar crashes really hard, that's not going to be good for society. Yeah. But best to be prepared. And it seems like that's what they're trying to do. Either way, even if it doesn't crash as hard as they think it does, they're still going to be in a good spot because it's the cycle period, right? It's the template that we always talk about. So it's going to be very, very exciting, man.
Yeah, for sure. 100% agree. But my biggest takeaway is bear market not in 2026, but in 2027. So it's an extension of the cycle, which, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about really not entering a real bear until 2027?
Well, I'm hearing a lot of that too, about the super cycle play being actually, playing out perfectly for that. I think that's really, really good for us. We're going to see some crazy plays if that happens, but yeah, 2027, that's 2 years from now. So if the bear market happens then, I think that's not too much longer than what
Yeah.
would be projected, right? 2026. So like you're talking about an extension of a
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So
Potentially. Well, it does have the bottoms 2027. So that could be, you know, November of 2027, or that could be January 2027, right? So depending on when the bear market starts, but he's expecting it to be kind of a normal cycle here. Like a super cycle, I think would be if we bottomed in like December of 2027, with it really not starting until like June or July. So that'd be pretty big. But then 2028 is a halving year, and the halving every year it's 1 month before. So last halving was in April. Next halving is in March. So I mean, we're talking, you know, we could potentially be exactly where we are in 3 years. So it's pretty insane. So 4 years. But yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's kind of get into okay. So this is Anthony Pompliano. Bitcoin is set to thrive amid rising global liquidity, says Anthony Pompliano. He noted BTC's strong performance following the Fed's interest rate cuts, outpacing gold and oil. So this is pretty big by Anthony Pompliano. He always seems to be right about the Bitcoin cycles, and he's always says, hey, like he was saying beginning of the year, he doesn't think we're going to pump until Q4, and you know now he's saying, you know, this is the uprising he's waiting for.
Yeah. I think a lot of people were just really excited for you know, the way things are happening step by step playing out. I'll be the first to admit I got caught up this year in these in the Bitcoin ETF and the many little bull runs that we had in ordinals, and it really kind of blinded me, right? Just constantly like, oh, you know, this next month it's going to bounce back, or this next month it's going to bounce back. But what was awesome when you look back at it, Bitcoin really kind of came to its true self and said, no, we need to kind of go back on what my trajectory normally is, even though we pumped up a little higher. And I think he threw the pros off, you know, even like Pomp, right, and other people a little bit. And so now that we see Bitcoin kind of being that magnet to where it was supposed to be, now we can get back on track and we say, okay, Q4, that happens every cycle, to where there's, you know, a decent holiday season, and then the big dance, like I've been calling it, happens in 2025. So I love seeing the OGs kind of come out and saying, okay, guys, it's time. Fed cut rates, Bitcoin, you know, election year, everything's lining up perfectly like it normally does.
Yeah, and it's the, you know, the year of the dragon, right? So technically it's the dance of the dragons. So let's go. But
yes, sir.
There's some bearish stuff. Mt. Gox transfer alert. Last night the exchange moved funds out of 4 wallets after receiving 370K in Bitcoin from Kraken. So they sold some Bitcoin, took some I guess USDT to the wallets. They currently hold 44,000 BTC, 44,899, worth 2.85 billion. Doesn't seem like a big number anymore. I mean, I remember before it was a lot higher. So they're down to like towards the bottom, but they're going to start dishing out BTC again starting this week. But you know, a little bearish stuff coming our way.
Yeah, that's fine. There's going to be a time and point where, you know, that doesn't really matter. There's nothing that people can put out there, you know, barring a, you know, World War III or something crazy, right? But we're gonna hit that banana zone that Raul talks about, right? And at that point, you can put out as much FUD as you want. So this could be a part of, you know, this last kind of dip that people are talking about that could happen, right? I'm not so sure if we're gonna get that. I think we have seen that probably before, the last one, but I wouldn't be shocked if one more came in and right before we rise up. Now, either way, like the energy right now is good. It's good overall, and it's not even necessarily because Bitcoin is pushing hard. Because it's honestly, if you look at the price, it's like right at 64,000. It's not like zooming up, you know. So it's more of like people are like, okay, guys, let's get ready. Q4's coming, so some of the seasoned vets are back and they're ready, which is a great sign, because at this point they don't care if Bitcoin goes back down to 50,000 because they know what time frame we're in regardless.
Yeah, 100%. The last thing here, BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF saw 99 million in inflows yesterday, the highest in a month. So I mean, they're buying over there, and this is the bigger news. 4 more days until CZ returns, and then the bull run can start. CZ comes out. He says, "Let's turn this Jets on. Let's go." Eating a glizzy, his first meal out. He's gonna send us. He's gonna send us up. So
let's go. Yeah, I think that's a big event, man. And I don't know how he's gonna play it though, right? Because he's been locked up, for 4 months, right? And when he comes out, is he going to be aggressive in terms of, hey, I'm here, or is he going to be like kind of hesitant? I think it's going to be really interesting to see what that looks like. I think he might actually be a little bit hesitant until he sees maybe what happens in November, and if something happens in November, like we think it will, I think then he'll be more vocal and he'll be like, okay, like we're more in a safe spot.
I think he's gonna come out with like a do-rag on, eating a hot dog.
swole. Imagine CZ like super swollen. It's like 4. I told you 4.
But isn't it great? He did 4 months in prison. 4.
Hey, man.
I love it.
Yeah, he's gonna get that thug love, not in that way. In prison.
Not that Diddy. Not that. No Diddy.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, how like when Trump got went through what he went through. He's like, a lot of people were like, respect. CZ's got another level of respect. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
I think when he gets out, he's got a chip on his shoulder as well. I think he's gonna come out and say, it's time for crypto to be mainstream. I think he's gonna come out and he's gonna push that. He's gonna push that narrative. Yeah. All right, Bitcoin Fear and Greed. J25 did really good both days in a row. I'm curious how you're going to do today. I think you're going to do really good, though. But last week was a 45. Yesterday was a 54. I will give you the hint. We are higher than 54.
Yeah, I'm set 59.
Dead on. Dead on.
Oh,
you got it.
First time
you got
it. Dead on. This is the first time.
Dead on. You got it. The exact number. But seriously, like I was telling Jay, if you get it in between 5, I think that's good. But you got it dead on today, so congratulations to you. With 59, how do you feel at 59? Finally back in the green. Very, very light green, but we're back in the green.
I like it. I like it because I don't think it's too much. I think that we're in a good spot for where Bitcoin is. If Bitcoin surges to like 70,000, we're going to see this probably at like 75 or something, which it can be a little nerve-wracking because we don't like to see huge jumps up and down, with this, but it is what it is. What's going to happen is going to happen. I just think that we just need to be ready for what we're focused on, right? In our strategies and stuff like that. So
100%. All right. Let's get into that Bitcoin price action brought to you by the great guys at BitPerp. BitPerp is going to be one of the leading leverage trading platforms in the Bitcoin ecosystem. They're going to be on multiple chains. They're going to be letting you to go 100x leverage on Mr. Yen, on $1 billion cat, and many more runes, but also potentially maybe some fractal tokens as well. BitPerp's going to have a 2-week trading session. So all you have to do is paper trade, and you earn points. And what are these points? We all know what points equal. I mean, we're not stupid at this point, right? So you're going to be playing to earn, and you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I can't wait for that. Looking forward to them. We have a meeting with them later today, so we'll get you guys more details on that. But let's kind of get into the Bitcoin price action.
Let's do that. But before we do that, guys, if you're on the YouTube side, smash that like for us. It helps us a ton. And subscribe if you're not subscribed. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Get ready for Q4. You must be subscribed to Ordinal Revolution. And turn your notifications on so you know when we go live. On the X side, guys, share the space for us so we can onboard as many people as we can. And then hit that like for us as well. And so I am going to use TradingView today because the great guys at BitPerp, I believe they are working on their platform to get ready for that paper trading competition. So let's jump right into the charts, guys. Bitcoin has been, positive price action. We've seen it. Hasn't been super, super crazy, but definitely trending in the right direction the past week and a half. It looks like this is the hour chart. I always start with that, as you guys know, for kind of the shorter time frame to give me a little bit of what could possibly go down for the second half of the day. You can see kind of a head and shoulders forming here a little bit, but you can see that the MACD here is starting to weaken up a bit. If there is some bad news, this definitely could change and open back up, but because of how it is starting to weaken, I do expect this to continue to weaken, right? So I don't actually expect a full-on head and shoulders to play out here. I do expect a little bit more red, and then maybe we do form that cup and handle, possibly more of this pattern here. We go here, and then bam, we bounce out. Because you can see there's quite a bit of support, this area right here be probably the area to try to get past, because that's where the most resistance is at 64,280. But it is kind of even, on the way up to this point. So that is something I see, unless, like I said, something changes with like news or something like that, then we could see this full head and shoulders kind of play out and then dump back down here. But it doesn't matter, guys. The positive price action has been obviously very clear the past week and a half. People are excited about the rate cuts. People are excited about heading into Q4, and so am I. So that's what I'm seeing for the second half of today. I do expect some more down and possibly that cup and handle forming out there. For the 4 hour, which is going to give us more of a 2 to. What's up?
That looks good. Good. Okay.
Okay. No worries. The 4 hour. Yeah. I mean, like you can see here, man, this is beautiful. You can see this channel here that's just really formed since, the 6th really, of this month. But yeah, so this positive price action is definitely there. But this is going to give us a little bit more of a forecast for the next 2 or 3 days, which is perfect because it gives us right before the weekend. We have been in the sell pressure has been there since the 20th. So we're looking at about 5 days, almost a full week of sell pressure. Now, you guys are like, what do you mean sell pressure? The price has gone up. Yeah, this is for like 2 to 3 day forecast. Of doesn't necessarily mean it's like dump time. It just means that there has been a little bit more sell pressure from a 2 to 3 day period. But you can see it lightens up here throughout this whole phase from the 20th to where we are now. If I take a look, and this data is pulling from a long time ago, so let's pull this up here. Give us more of this month. Okay, so the beginning of this month on the 4 day or the 2 to 3 day forecast, you can see there is a little bit more support than there is resistance. Now, right here at this level, there is up here it's about even, and then it shows a little bit more resistance up here for these next levels here. If we can get past here, though, there's nothing here. Obviously, we can bust back up to the higher 60,000s. This is a little tricky because I'm not seeing a lot of sell pressure for the MACD here. The stochastics kind of been hanging out in the middle, but again, overall trajectory, you cannot deny this channel that just really formed for September. So does that also mean that we could see some pullback before October? Absolutely, because it has been just a pretty strong uptrend channel here, right? But for the next 2 to 3 days, I do expect, for us to continually have some positive price action. We haven't really gotten into any like bullish Bitcoin like price numbers, really. I think if we get past that mid 65,000, 66, 67,000, then we can start knocking on 70. And that would be really bullish heading into October.
Hell yeah. I love it. Dude, I'm so bullish for October. I'm so bullish. I just want wake me up when September ends, right? I'm gonna go to sleep today. And 6 we did say that in the beginning, and that was one of our early shows this month, and we might have been dead right on that.
Yeah. I want to give a quick shout out, man. You see my all gold everything right here. I got a Ordzar disc right here.
Whoa!
Yeah,
that's Ordzar.
Yep. And if I put this into my PC, then I get like 1 million Ordzar tokens. No, I'm just kidding. But they were just giving this away. So shout out to Nikib, Francis. I got to meet Francis in person. Those guys are so dope, man. The Ordzar team is crushing it. So can't wait to have them on the show again. So
they were giving away gold.
I don't know if it's 24 karat, right? But I'm still wearing it. As long as I ain't got no green on my neck tomorrow.
It looks great though. It's shining, bro. It's shining. But let's get into the roll call here. We got a lot of people. These roll calls are gonna get long. Yeah, what are we gonna do in the bull market? Roll call is gonna be an entire show. But first things first, means a lot on this show. And we got Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. He loves me and I love you. Shout out to Mr. Hanky, the goose. The goose were showing up for J25, man. They were here in every day, like a lot of them, and Mr. Hanky was one of them. Shout out the goose. And then in that second spot, we have Mike's World. Mike's World's always here, man. I appreciate you, Mike. Reziak following him up, and Lackey Lukey, and Webdro, and Chief Axel. You guys, man, have been with us forever. Just appreciate you guys, and we'll always remember you guys were here when nobody else was, right? So, and then we got Spacey here. He said now we need every day, and then Crypto Sovereign says, mad props to the BitFi degens for contributing to the evolution of Bitcoin. Hell yeah, man. Then one of our mods, Yasher, he says, my bro returned back. We missed Yagobi. We did. We definitely missed Yagobi.
Appreciate y'all.
And we have Piccolo is here. Tim Baker, AOD Art himself says, yo, Yago, be back. We missed you. Show not same without you. And it's not, bro.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate all the love.
You get a lot more love in here. It's good. It comes in strong in a second. Yeah, every Shizzy needs a Yagobi. Hell yeah, I love that.
Every Yagobi needs a Shizzy. Every Yagobi needs a Shizzy.
And then we got the twins, Ordinal Tweets and Ordinal Chips. Shout out to you guys. Followed by Mempool Punk, Danny Boy, Taproot Witches. Yes, that was insane.
Danny, man.
Dude, this guy.
Bala.
Dude, you guys got to be following Danny Boy on Twitter, man. He is, dude, you're better than us, dude. We need Danny in our freaking our mod chat. Tell us what is going on. But Bitmap Gallery is here. I Walk Alone. He says the legend Yagobi's back. Let's go. Dump the alpha on us. And then we have I Walk Alone again. So, oh yeah, smash that like button. Yeah, definitely do that, guys. Claudia U is here. Shout out to Claudia U. Dream Baked. Yagobi back. Steamy J is here. Glass Hopper. Yo, Yagobi. No FOMO says buy Kitty Cash. I hold some of that. So if you guys want to go, no, I'm not. I'm not showing that right now. But he is. SBI is here. Chain Watcher is here. Sixes is here. My man Nocturnal with a Nuki. Shout out to the Nukis. The Nuki is actually in our song. Sam shouts out the Nukies every single day in our song.
Dude, it has to be because Sam is the creator of the song and he's a huge Nuki.
Yep. My biggest fan, John is here. Shout out to John. No. Yagobi, we missed you. John. Mr. Yagobi, welcome back. Benjamin says, it's good to have you back, Yagobi. Sub Shizzy, let's go. Shout out to Benjamin. Every single day this guy's here.
He's been here,
grinding with us. Dude, all week, this week, last week. It's been a few weeks now. Shout out to him, man. Thank you for coming back. Kai Effect, KDN is here. Chota, one of our guys, man. GM, let's effing go. And KDN, you're always here too, man. I appreciate you. And guys, if I don't call you out directly, just know I know who you guys are, man. I definitely. So is that you guys?
Billy Cats. He said Billy Cats. Billy Cats.
Billy Cats
fire, bro.
Flying, dude. Flying. Yep.
We told y'all.
Yep. You know what I noticed too? My hat, like, it's Billy Cat.
It is.
Dude, it's crazy, dude. Check Surfer Cat. Yeah, it's another meme. And we have, dude, the East loves the glizzy, bro. They love the glizzy.
Huge. That is huge, man. You gotta have the East on board when it comes to Bitcoin fungibles. If the East ain't on board, it's tough.
Not gonna make it. You are not gonna make it. So, and that's one problem with runes. And you know, we can push it so far, but if the East ain't on board, we'll see. Joko is here. Good to see OR team reunited. Hell yeah. Kai Effect is here. And we got the birthday wishes. Yasher says, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, DJ and Yagobi. Happy birthday to you. So
thank you.
And then No comes right in with a happy belated birthday, Yagobi. Glad you were birthed. You're changing lives.
I'm glad I was birthed too, man. Love it.
And then Crypto OG says, happy birthday. May you live to see many more years. Amazing. Crypto G also says, hey Shizzy, you're here too. What's up? And then we have our guy Mark for Launch Punks. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Launch Punks. If you don't know what Launch Punks is, go check them out. Check out Mark. Legendary. Cash Cats is here. GM in real life stuff been interrupted. My groove. Hope to get to retire soon. I don't miss. Shout out to Cash Cats, man. You're always here. The coach, we call him the coach, man, on the sideline cheering us on. Shout out to you, calling the plays.
You gotta say the
oh
thing.
Crap, I forgot. GM, coffee, donuts, dog, go to the moon.
There we go.
It's been a while. I've totally forgot about that. Hell yeah. Shout out to Coach Cats. Chief Axel's here. Eats a Toshi. Let's see. Mark hits you with a happy birthday, pal. 21 again. And then we have Mr. Planet Profit, interesting legal tender. Bitcoin will be an AI machine. I agree, dude. I think AI is going to trade Bitcoin more than normal people. Claudio says Bitcoin is a product of AI. I mean, who knows? It might be. Planet, I'll be retiring if that happens. Talking about the 1 million Bitcoin. Mike Bennett is here. Nocturnal again. Let's see. Ant-Man is here. Gavin, he says, hi, Shizzy. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, Gavin. PZ. Mats is here. Bay Glizzy, the last great BRC20. It could be. It could be. And then Chota is here, and my man Zahid is here. Shout out to all you guys, dude. Glizzy on CoinX. Yes, we're going to talk about that very shortly. Engate.io. So that's huge. Yep. And that is your roll call. Thank you, everyone who made that long roll call today. Appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Y'all made an old man feel special. Thank you, guys.
Let's go. I don't know if this was an accident or not. Did you bring this one up right under roll call?
Which one?
Was it did I do it by accident?
Let me look. Roll call. Yeah, that wasn't me.
Okay, that might have been me. I'll just skip that for now. Yeah. All right. So Natcats, the BOAS block drop is now live on mscribe. Each BOA, I hope I'm saying that right. B0A. I'm not really sure. Can be inscribed by the holder.
Yeah. It's BOA, right?
That's BOA?
Like BOA.
Okay.
Because it's like a snake.
Oh, okay. I gotcha. So this is pretty big. This is the first block drop, but it's not really a drop at all. It's more of a claim. But you have to claim the one on your block. So you have to show up to mscribe with the Natcat, and then you get to claim the block that Natcat is on. Am I correct with this? I didn't really look too far into it.
I believe so. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
Because it's still going to be randomized, which unique and random, rare ones you get. But the fact that you have that block claimed to your, which Natcat you have, I think is really cool because you don't have to scramble around and stuff. So it's almost kind of like a whitelist type of situation, right? But it's free. You have to pay the fees or whatever, right? I'm sure that's the case here.
Yeah. I think the fees aren't really high either. I know Block Runner's getting a lot of hate lately, especially from the bitmap guys. But I think they're doing a good job with this. How to claim. If you own a Natcat, simply find it in your UNAT inventory and click on it to reveal your kitty's details page. From there, click on the block drop tab and claim your new UNAT. A couple of transactions later, your SNEC is now forever bond on chain and a child mint of your Natcat. So that's it's parent child to your Natcat as well.
Oh, that's dope.
That's pretty cool.
That is dope.
But yeah.
Yep. And that's going to be very important, guys. The parent-child provenance is going to be really, really big because no one can really mess with that. It's yes, everything's immutable still, but metadata. When you have a parent inscription, it really just lets everybody know, hey, look, this child inscription belongs to this inscription. Right, as a parent. And I think that DMT was done the right way because it started off that way. So it's gonna be exciting, guys. And bitmappers, don't get so upset about a lot of everything. Okay, guys. Look, bitmap's in our logo. We love bitmap. There's a lot of things happening on Merlin with bitmap. There's a lot of things happening on layer 1 with bitmap. It's shown this last week that no matter what, DMT, somebody comes out with a competitor, bitmap is always going to be bitmap, and it will always have its strength. You saw the price push up, and it's going to continually push up, in my opinion, not financial advice. So let's chill out. Let's focus on building for bitmap, because if you have that true conviction, it don't matter what else someone else builds. It don't matter because you believe in what you hold. And bitmap, to me, is one of the best innovations in our space.
Yep, 100%. And if you build it, they will come. That's kind of how I feel about bitmap. So we're gonna have some stuff building. I obviously bitmap.tech is building, and he has a team of builders now, and Foxy's building on it. There's so many other good things, but you can't deny the fact that mscribe and the Block Runner are doing a great job. They're doing a great job with this Nat stuff, and it's different, it's unique. It's something we've never seen before, which is very refreshing, right?
Yeah.
So.
And they work together, guys. They work together. Like the Bitminer, that's a DMT product that you're going to be able to put on your bitmap, guys. So let's just let's focus on the things of growth and everything else will take care of itself.
Yasher came in with the cost of each one. He says 0.0012, which I think that is like less than $100. It's like $60. So you do have to pay a little bit to claim. So
yep, it's 80,
right.
79,
80 bucks.
70, yeah. But
so here's something cool. Trax Bitcoin search engine. The Track BTC network enables developers to easily access Bitcoin data. So it actually looks pretty cool. If I can find it here, here it is. They have it looked up with Google, but you can see Track Network, and it has this and search Bitcoin. So you can actually basically search the entire chain. Yeah,
it's very interesting.
I know.
You specifically.
I know, because this takes a shot at somebody who took a shot at them a little bit, right? So
maybe, yeah.
But I saw this and I immediately thought exactly what you're thinking, and I was like, okay. But you can search Bitcoin for I was asked some questions, and basically like if you can search for a certain ordinal or a certain type of thing, and everything will come up about it. So it's very interesting.
Yeah. It makes sense, actually, in my opinion, for Track to actually build this, because they are the decentralized indexer, right? So they index all the inscriptions and all the information. So what they can do is a web scrape, and every time you put a search query in, right? So this is big, because you talked about this, I want to say like 6 months ago, about how Bitcoin is not just a coin anymore. It's a, decentralized, immutable data storage, like AWS, except for everybody. You don't have to pay a monthly fee to have it. So this is interesting.
At the end of the day, to your point, you have the coin, and then you have the blockchain. And I think everyone knows Ethereum blockchain, and then you have the ETH token. I think on Bitcoin we have the Bitcoin blockchain and the Bitcoin token. But on that blockchain, it's not just a blockchain; it's the ultimate cloud storage. It is, it's a decentralized. It's nothing. It's nothing that we've ever seen before, right? And we didn't even think that was really possible until ordinals, right? So, which is amazing, because now if I want to write a letter to my great grandkids, I can do that, and it'll be on Bitcoin forever. And all I have to do then give my son like basically an inscription number, right? It basically looks like a phone number at this point. To them, it might be 9, 10, 12 digits, but right now it's like, what is it, 8 digits? So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and the best thing that came out of this for me, and I'm sure for you as well, is like from the time that we came into the space to where we are today, we've learned so much about Bitcoin and how it works.
Yeah.
So if you're new and you're just in the overall crypto space, I advise, this is life advice, go watch our early videos, and then you can go to our website as well and look at the early blog articles and just go through the timeline of these, and you'll learn what we learned, because that education to me is priceless, right? You and I know how Bitcoin works from inside out now. We can have conversations with devs, obviously. When it comes to the coding and stuff, that's where we fall off a little bit, right? But in terms of the functionality of how the chain works, it's beautiful, man. So
100%. Yeah, couldn't agree more. $1 billion cat in the next topic here. $1 billion cat is up 224% this week. It's down. It looked like it's down a little bit from there. The way it's showing 177, but this might be from yesterday. But $1 billion cat, man, is flying. It is up to a $27 million market cap. Got all the way down to about a $9 million market cap at one point. So this was really getting beat up, but it got hit the hardest, but it came back the fastest. So what do you think about this being up 177%?
So you and I detected, I would say like 2 months ago, that the brandability of $1 billion cat is unmatched in a lot, probably the entire space of crypto. It's because of the Bitcoin B as the eyes. If you look at almost every project, there is an ordinal art inscription that has the B on their eyes. Like, they've utilized it, right? And the more that this gets bigger and mainstream, the more that we see it in other places we didn't expect. I wouldn't be too shocked, man, if this, because in terms of that, it beats every meme coin, every other room. I wouldn't be shocked if this becomes the most popular meme coin in Bitcoin because of that. Because it's just usable. You can use it. You can apply it to other things, right? To make it memeable. You can create new memes with it. And so I'm not shocked. And because of that, I think a little bit of fluid staking the Billy Cat helped with Billy Cat's floor price, and then the Rune Billy helped with Billy Cat Ordinal Collections price as well. So Billy Cat, the Ordinal, wins too here, big time, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's up a ton as well. If you go back to collections, Billy Cat, and this is something me and you called a while ago, right after the mint, really. But this was flying, and Raul actually from Fluid, you can actually stake it now too. But I think this is gonna be the biggest winner, just because like once you see the B, once you see the cat,
you cannot not see it.
You can't not say it. Like I can't, like my hat now, every time it just looks like that cat face. Like it's just, I can't not see it anymore. And the fact that it was there the whole time and I didn't see it, it's pretty wild. But yeah, so $1 billion cat. Shout out to Bongo. Shout out to that whole squad, man, because you guys are probably gonna be super rich at the end of it. I'm sure you guys hold a bunch of it. So and I would too if I was one of the founders. So, but yeah, man. Moving along here. Yeah, so Fluid tokens. Not one, but 2 new staking options are launching tomorrow. We're partnered with that, Raul, and I know with one are obviously. I think everyone kind of knows that it's probably going to be one of their passes, but I have no idea what the other one's going to be. Okay, you know, because your face was telling me you know, because I don't.
I think I know a little something about a little something, but let's just say this. I'll give a hint. I walked a ton on this trip, and so my pups were sore as hell. That's all I'll say.
Okay. All right, but if you were smart enough and you listened to me say it day in and day out, do one swap. If you did one swap, you got a Fluid pass, and you'll be able to take that Fluid pass and stake it, and you will be able to earn Bitcoin for the first 30 days. And then it's going to have you take it out of a vault and put it in another vault where it's going to lock for another 3 months. This is your option. And then if you do it for the 3 months, you will actually earn the FLDT token, which will give you, right now it's a Cardano token. So you'll have exposure to the Cardano blockchain, and it'll eventually be a Rune 1-to-1. You'll be able to take that FLDT and it'll be a Rune, and you can do they're probably going to allow you to stake that as well to earn more of it, right? So shout out to Fluid. Shout out to everything these guys are doing. If you haven't taken a look at what Fluid's doing, guys, take a look, because they got the 3 over here so far. 293 Billy Cats have been staked, 70 runestones. Shout out to Raul, man. Congratulations to them. We'll have them also. He's given us a bunch of passes to give away on Friday. So Fluid Friday, we're going to have a bunch of passes to give away. I might give away a couple of mine as well. I did a couple of wallets full, but I'm going to give those away. So we're going to give away a bunch of passes. So if you are someone who did not get a pass, tune in on Friday. I'm going to probably do something, probably do the or.io thing, and because that seems to be the easiest way. It's going to and then pick a number, because when we do in the chat and spin the wheel, it's just too hard. So we're going to do something. So look out for that on Friday. It's going to be fun.
Yep. It's exciting, man. Those guys, they grind so much, like all the time, right? And they're so good devs. You know, innovation come into the play. So make sure you guys tune in for that giveaway. If you got a pass from participating, congrats. Those are going to be highly sought after. So
yeah, and they're actually pretty cheap right now. On actually not financial advice, but I'm actually looking at picking up some, because I want to stake a bunch, because I want the FLDT token. All right, the next thing here is huge. Bybit, Fractal Bitcoin USDT perp contracts are now live. So they do not have the token listed yet, but we usually know what happens when they list a perp contract. So now you can long and short Fractal on Bybit. Bybit, what? Top 4 exchange? Top 5 exchange?
Yeah, they actually shocked me, because I didn't realize how high they were in terms of like I don't know if it's TVL or volume. I think it might be volume, but yeah. The thing about that is, whenever we're not in the bull market, like full on blown, where everybody's going crazy and they're like, oh, I want to get in this because it's going to go up. It's going to go. I think that's whenever these perps tokens launch, you know, there is initial hype that pushes it up, and then there's a pullback just because people can short and stuff like that. But I don't think it's going to be anything, you know, massive or anything like that. It's going to be the normal cycle of that. But we're heading into Q4, right? So it's going to be short-lived, in my opinion. And then FB's one the plays on my playbook. That's opportunity, especially at these prices, man.
Yeah, I know.
Demand will pass.
And with Binance being, 100%. And with Binance being an investor, I mean, come on. Unisat behind it, they made a lot of money, guys. And pizza swaps coming. It's just, I'm excited for Fractal. Obviously, you could see it go down to $8. It's at 12, 13 right now. I have no problem with it going down to $8 and then going down to $5, because that's going to allow more access to people who can catch the bottom or get close to it. So I am down for a $5 Fractal, and I say $5 because that is the exact cost of electricity. Cost of each fractal right now, so the miners are still making money, but I got a feeling like that's not even going to make a difference. And when it goes, it's good, it's going to go to numbers that I'm expecting to be over $100, $200, $300, but we need Bitcoin to kind of go over 200K for that to happen. So
yeah, I agree. Just remember BNB, guys. A lot of people are comparing it to BNB in terms of the price trajectory and stuff. Obviously, everything's going to be a little bit different, at least, but yeah, there's a lot of upside. I'll just say that.
Yeah, J25 actually put up a chart. Let me see if I can find it real quickly. And it's actually the chart of BNB, and he actually points to where, here it is. I have it right here. So this is BNB's chart.
I love his he drew that. That's why. But
he did.
His penmanship is excellent. No, just kidding.
I love this. It looks good. But that's basically where we're at. And think about it. We could go sideways here, but sideways is between like 0 and like $400, right? So before we really take the stage to insane numbers here. So
yeah,
1.4 billion and stuff like that. So
you have to also remember when they launched, though. They launched, I think, in 2017. Was it?
Yeah. So they had 3 years of sideways. Yeah. So technically, we might be more towards here because this is kind of where we think the bull run's going to be.
Exactly.
So we could be like right here on this. So
exactly.
But you got to remember, Binance Smart Chain was a fork of Ethereum when Ethereum was the hottest chain. So basically, Fractal is a fork of Bitcoin when Bitcoin is back as the hottest chain. So that's why I'm saying it could do exactly what Binance did, and Binance is an investor. So who knows?
Yep.
Who knows?
I mean, playbook's being ran back. It's just UTXO turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yep. And we got OpCAD, and they're gonna add opcodes, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the big blockers actually win on this one. So, but we'll see. CoinX. I think we all signed up for CoinX when that was the only place to get FB in the early days. I had, close to $3,000 locked on there. I did get it back. I did have to use, hey, I have a YouTube channel, and I'm going to trash you guys if I don't get my shit back. And so I did use it. So if you guys ever want to use that, feel free, and I'll. But I got it back. So that's good. And yeah. But
what was the deal with that, though? Just to kind of clarify that, because we don't want to FUD if there was
no problem. So I sent $1,000 of CoinX in Bitcoin. I sold that. I got FB, withdrew it. Then I sent $2,000 of CoinX. It was Bitcoin, swapped it for FB, withdrew it. Then I sent $3,000 to CoinX, and then it got stuck. And I'm just like, crap. And it was stuck there for like 2 weeks, and then it just wasn't showing up in my account there. And then I got something where it was like you have to get customer service. I called customer service, and like you have to KYC to get your Bitcoin. And I was like, no, okay. KYC. I'm not legally allowed to use your exchange. No, that's not true. I'm legally allowed, but I'm not allowed to. From your perspective, you don't want Americans to use your exchange. Yeah. And I was like, but you're the only place where I can buy this at. So it was just like but yeah, I was able to withdraw it without KYC. So but they list Glizzy Fractal as a hot dog. This is a tweet from them. CoinX lists Glizzy Fractal Glizzy is a hot dog image community token on Fractal. I thought this was hilarious. I don't know. Glizzy's funny. It's just funny.
I mean, it's a perfect name too. Like everybody knows what Glizzy is. Yeah. Well, in America at least, right? In the western part of the world. I think it was probably more puzzling to the east, but they ran with it because they know what a hot dog is, right? So they're like, okay, they think hot dogs are funny in America. Okay, awesome. So then like let's buy.
Shout out to all the East Degens, man. We love you. We love you lots. But yeah, I mean, CoinX now. You know what? Mexi next. It's kind of following. It's kind of following FB.
Yeah. Look, Glizzy. Initially, I was like, I don't know. It could be like one of those, just pump and dumps.
Yeah.
But I feel like it
I've
has
seen a lot of that.
legs. It has legs. And it's the most popular one on Fractal in terms of memes, right? It is the meme of Fractal right now, BRC20 at least.
Yeah.
BRC20s are really the only tradable ones on the Unisat platform. Obviously, you can trade CAT20 tokens on DotSwap and other stuff now. But yeah, I think it has legs. And I was a little bit worried because I learned something when I was in Singapore. This is a little bit of alpha, more educational for you guys. If a token launches, pays to get launched on Gate or one of those kind of exchange Mexi, if you pay, then there's really no shot at getting listed on the likes of Binance and OKX because they can see that. But typically that will be more of like a utility token that isn't getting attention. And so they pay and then they can't really get on the bigger exchanges. Memes, on the other hand, and I learned this recently, is that you don't pay, right? If someone pays, that's a community member that's paying. That's probably not great. But from what we're hearing, no one paid for Glizzy. Gate just decided, hey, this is a hot token. We're adding it. And that's what I've learned is a positive because, the smaller exchange is adding it without being no payment. Then that leads to more volume. And then these bigger ones say, hey, let's add this meme token. No one's in charge of it. We can just freely add it, basically like that. So that's a big upside, in my opinion, for Glizzy.
100%. And the community is strong, right? I mean, this is 10 million mints. Like it wasn't anything that was easy to do. So shout out to Block, shout out to Gusano, shout out to East, because without them, this would probably never got minted out. So, but it's fun. And CoinX sees it. And it is dipping today. It's down to 86 sats. But I think it's pretty normal for something that ran 10, 15x. People got to take profit, which gets it in more hands. And I'm actually hoping it gets that back down to 50 sats. Honestly, I would love to get some more. I don't have enough. I have a certain amount, but I would love to get more. But yeah.
Yep.
Well, speaking of the CAT protocol, so the CAT protocol Twitter got it suspended by X. Pretty nuts.
Did we find out why?
Not yet, but it's still suspended. And people that obviously the bitmap guys immediately went in there and said, "Rug, how can you rug?" And then DotSwap, actually Lynn commented, and he basically said, "Well, it doesn't matter because it's decentralized." So again, it makes me think the CAT token is the governance. And when Lynn comes out, and he's somebody who I respect, and he's the head of DotSwap and just knows things. When he commented there, and I don't think he meant to do that, but when he said it doesn't matter, this Twitter CAT doesn't matter because it's decentralized, I was like, oh, CAT is the governance. But I didn't, it's the first time I said it out loud. But what do you think about all this happening last night?
Well, I mean, first of all, we've met Lynn in person. Really cool guy. Really confident in what he's doing, right? Because we've had conversations with him about help with marketing and stuff like that. The dude's just a confident guy in what he's doing, and so he's like, "Oh, we're just getting started. Don't worry." And blah blah blah. So, anyways, I think that's really big. I'm super bullish on the CAT token, the CAT, CAT token, and it has that like Binance feel to it. Like Fractal almost is like the BNB version. We've said that before, obviously just now, but like with the color scheme, everything. I don't know. I'm big on it. Like governance wise, though, I'm just trying to think how would it work, right? Obviously the percentage of what you hold, your vote is more heavily weighted. But what are you going to be voting on, right, with this protocol? Do you have any ideas of scenarios?
I mean, you could really just kind of vote on, really anything. Really, it could be something as simple as, burn. Should we burn so many tokens, or as something as simple as, hey, this is the DEX for this, and now it becomes a Uniswap of Bitcoin, of Fractal, and now this CAT token could do something for there. So I don't know. There's many different things that it could do. Off the top of my head, it's really hard without doing research and just kind of seeing
maybe like new features or something added into
exactly.
script language and stuff like that.
So right now, they already got a V2, right? So the version 1 is the cat token and a few other tokens, but everything that's coming out now is on the version 2 of the cat tokens. It's simpler or something. I don't know, but they could do a version 3, and people would be like, oh wow,
V1's compatible though, right?
Yeah, everything's compatible. Everything's compatible with each other, but the tokens are just a little lighter. And potentially, too, in the future, the cat holders might have to vote on whether it gets lighter. And this is the pros, this is the cons. Vote on it. So it could be a lot of different things like that, right? And it'll all be done through like a website of some kind where you hook your wallet up. It'll show you how many cat tokens you have, and whatever decision is, that's what they roll with, right? So obviously, there's a head. But the community runs it, and if they don't do what the community says, then obviously the community is going to dump the token, and it's going to be meaningless. So, but it's in my opinion that this is going to be pretty big, and I think the cat token is going to be up there with FB market cap wise for a long time.
Yeah, I think this is a nothing burger about the suspension.
Yeah,
as long as this baby is still alive, that's all I care about, right there. That's the actual cat token, not the not the script.
I got you. Moving on to some Stacks stuff here. We have two things from Stacks back to back. X first, Bitcoin wallet for everyone. Alex Labs BTC as an additional liquidity provider for Stacks swaps directly in app. So we all know that they're using DotSwap to do their swaps for Bitcoin, but on Stacks they're using Alex Labs, so you'll be able to swap right in the X first wallet. And it's all going to be done through Alex. This is huge, especially for Xverse.
Yeah, it is big. I posted something about Stacks yesterday. Probably riled up some feathers, but surprisingly, there wasn't a lot of people coming back at that post, which I don't think they have a lot of, I guess, argument for what I posted. But regardless, look, I want Stacks to win because it's another part of the ecosystem that's not UTXO. I don't think it's UTXO, but maybe it is. I'm not sure, but I know they do things different with their mining, right? And then we know it's not EVM, so it could be like kind of its own little thing there. But there's a lot of builders, OG builders. There's just not a ton of volume on it. Now, I think Xverse can be one of their saviors, right? Because Xverse has so much exposure to the rest of the Bitcoin ecosystem. If you're a new wallet, look at the Xverse blueprint. I mean, they've done very well with being able to touch in this part of the ecosystem, that part of the ecosystem, and stuff like that. So this is big. Alex, look, they had their exploit. We know that they are OG builders, especially with the Stacks ecosystem. I'm willing to give them another shot. Probably not going to do a ton of liquidity in there, but just mess around. But let's get that Nakamoto upgrade going, like the 5-second blocks. Let's get that stuff going, guys, because talk is not good. We've seen it with other ecosystems. It just doesn't work out well.
And the Alex Labs hack this year didn't help either. The reason why we're not playing over there, but we will. If you build it, we'll come. We are DJs, right? If you can build something and have something fun over there, or have something DeFi. I love DeFi. I still play on Polkadot. I still play on some of these other chains as well. And I'd love DeFi. If you build DeFi, I'll play. But I'm not going to play with 30-minute, 40-minute blocks, right? It's just not. It's longer than Bitcoin. It's like, what the hell? I'd rather just go trade some stuff on Bitcoin later on. But yeah, I think I'm bullish on Stacks. I think it's going to do well. Market cap is so high though that I would not own the Stacks token itself.
Yeah. So I want to say one thing. Like from what I've heard when I was in Singapore too, that the Stacks founder is actually a really cool guy. Really chill. He doesn't talk crap about other chains and stuff like that. He actually supports other chains, even if they are EVM based and stuff like that. It's more the community. I think that kind of gets under my skin a little bit, right? But regardless, you're right. If they can do what they say, and that founder seems to be credible, then I think that they're going to have big success, right? Again, probably I'm not going to buy necessarily Stacks token. It could 5x. That would put it at like a $10 billion market cap. It's at $2 billion already. But if it does do what they say it does, 5-second blocks and finality and stuff like that, then there's going to be other plays there, right? And their argument was, well, it wasn't Stacks, it was Alex that got exploited. Well, let's kind of put the scenario over on Merlin. If Unicross or somebody else got exploited, you know that they would try to murder Merlin. Is my whole point. And I'm not going to be tit for tat. That I'll drop it after this. But let's just kind of not attack other chains whenever you guys are having issues, right? So we'll support each other. Let's get stacks going. We'll support you guys. We'll play around. We'll do live stuff. I know that someone in our chat that always asks or talks about stacks. Who is it?
Crypto Planet.
Yeah, Mr. Planet Profit and
Planet Profit.
A ton of great stacks people though. By the way, you got Bruff Star. That played over there a lot and stuff like that. So
and Hunch, call me Hunch. We had him on the show as well. He's big stacks guy. But again, Bitcoin is the sun. And Stacks is one of the bigger planets, right? It's orbiting around, and it's a part of the ecosystem. And we here, Ordinal Revolution, want to cover the entire ecosystem, but it's got to be worth it to us. But it's got to be fun. It got to be fun.
Yeah.
Hermetica, and this is another Stacks news here. USDH is now live on Stacks. This is huge for Stacks. Stablecoin, native Bitcoin stablecoin. We had Hermetica on the show. Very bullish on them, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Jacob is a really cool founder. We talked to him for a while. Go check out our interview with him. Yeah. So this is a big move. They have the builders. They have the names, right? It's just they don't have the user experience yet. Right. And I think that once that comes, then they'll have more success. But things like this is good. We've met Jacob. We've had him on the show. We know that he's a legit builder. USDH has been, talked about multiple times. It is a rune. So this is big for them. So congrats to Stacks for getting them on there.
100%. And let's just say Bitcoin does go to insane numbers, and I just get a little worried, like 700-800K, and think it's going to down to like 200. Might be a good idea to go into USDH and stake it and earn the yield, right? So not all of your money, but a portion. If you want to put $1,000 in, you can potentially earn like $250 in a year. So I mean, it's pretty good. 25% APY. But we all know stable coins are very risky. We didn't know that last cycle, but we know that this cycle. So.
Yeah. That's a bit scary, especially if they're algorithmic stable tokens. But so just keep that in mind. There's definitely gonna be some strategies that we'll be going over. I think whenever we get close to a time to where I think profit taking time and stuff like that before the bear comes back. Because when the bear comes back, the bear comes for blood.
Yeah, he hasn't come to hang out. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He comes to eat, and eat your bags is what he does. But to your point, though, I just want to put out that Hermetica is not an algorithm stablecoin. It's a stablecoin that they're using it's like a leveraged, right? It's like if Bitcoin, the price goes up, Bitcoin, you make money.
They hedge the other side. I think the shorts, they hedge to provide the ability for shorts to take those positions. So it's really strong. And I believe BAMP also does that as well, just in a different environment. I don't think BAMP does it for Bitcoin. Hermetica does it for Bitcoin. BAMP, I'm not sure if they do it for Ethereum.
Yeah, bank, you just earn the BAMP token. That's how you get the yield.
Well,
the bank. Are they hedging it?
Yeah, but for you to be able to earn, they have to come. That has to come from somewhere. So they are doing some sort of hedging as well. They do it off of USDE though, I think, which is the Athena version. But Athena's so I definitely need to get further into that. So don't take my comments as gospel, guys. Just kind of going off the top of my head from when I remember we interviewed Jack Liu. Hope that guy's doing well. I think he was in Singapore too.
Yeah, I actually watched it live. He broadcast it from his phone. Jack Liu was at the first ever cat meetup. It was pretty cool. I watched the whole thing, but DotSwap was there and a bunch of other cat guys. So it was pretty cool. The first ever cat meetup. Jack Liu was streaming it live, so it was pretty cool. And this is the last topic for today. Before we get your questions, both the ordinals and runes markets are massively up today. Do you feel like we get a dip? I mean, you see No Monkeys up 100% on the week. Like we just talked about $1 billion cat a little bit ago. Dogs up like 25% on the week. Do you see a dip, or do you kind of see this continuing kind of this upward momentum?
So we all know it depends on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin dips down, then it halts. It halts, right? So if Bitcoin continues the trajectory, we get to 70K, then we continue up. Maybe slight little pauses. little pullbacks, nothing big. That's if Bitcoin gets, continues the trajectory to 70,000 without getting pulled back. Now, as we know, we have like a short-term PTSD because like anytime the past 3 months that Bitcoin has like acted like it's going to go up towards that direction, boom, like the bomb comes. But there's definitely outside variables that changed this time, with the rate cut being the number one thing, with the election in November being another thing, and just the Q4, right? Q4 on the template. Zoom out. Let's put the template on where it was last cycle and the cycle before. Q4 typically does do well. And I think getting back to like 75,000, 80,000 in November is not out of the question. Actually, it's probably expected. Anything above that, I think, is good. A little bonus, right? And then the big dance. I'm going to keep calling it that because that's what it is. 2025 is everything we've been waiting for the past year and a half, longer than that as well, before ordinals, if you've been in the crypto space. So the big dance is the most important thing we got to prepare for.
And 100%. And, having upward momentum on Bitcoin, or even feeling like it is, will ignite people to actually play in these other tokens, right? Which allows stuff like, like Tap to actual launch. Like everyone knows Tap was going to launch in June, but it just wasn't the market for that. I'm kind of glad they didn't, because it would have been a shit show. And, it allows other, like Fractal. I don't think they would have launched unless they thought Bitcoin was going on its way up. So with Bitcoin going up, things launch and we get to play. So not only, obviously, we're all Bitcoiners here, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we all are. But we like to play in this degen, DeFi type of environments, and we're getting that. And I think the higher Bitcoin goes, the more we get. So new projects come in, new things to look at. And as a show who does a daily show, a show every single day, I love new things, right? So that I'm more excited about the new things that are coming than the actual Bitcoin price.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And I think, it's a great point you made. We do love new stuff. There's going to be a point in this bull run, guys, whether that's April 2025 or another time frame next year, that new things are going to come out every week. And I think during that time period, we'll do our best to kind of have you guys, stay on the route, right? The right route, because it's going to be easily distracting. People are going to be doing cash grabs and stuff like that. So just be ready for that. That's something that you and I need to be ready for mentally too.
100%. Yeah, I got mentally is the hardest part. Like, you know what I mean? It's just make it. Like, I remember last time Bitcoin was running, I was out of my mind. I was like, I don't know if I should sell, because I fit maps. We had rats and sats and all this crazy stuff that was not 10x, not 20x, but 100x. Right? It was absolutely insane. But yeah, and it's funny. Francis says he didn't hit 100x this year. I mean, I think we hit 100x on sats, right? So from the top of the minting point. But yeah, but we have 530 people in here, guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys on a Wednesday. You guys are in here, want to know what's up, and we're gonna get into your questions now. So put your question in the chat. The more questions you have, the longer we stay. So it's up to you for us to get out of here or not. So let's get into some questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's do it. Let me hide that banner here real quick. There it is. All right, let's get into some questions, guys. Yeah, like Shizzy said, 531 people. Wednesdays usually our slowest days, but you guys are here for it, and we appreciate you guys being consistent. But let's get some of these questions. I'm going to go from the bottom up, so don't worry. I'm going to get to your questions if you put them in early. But the first question from @ChainWatcher, Mr. Yagobi. What was the thinking on runes in Singapore?
Ooh, good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. Runes was talked about heavily, obviously, at the Inscribing Singapore event, right? And I think the main kind of approach to it was, hey guys, chill out. Like, it didn't have that huge run up yet, but there is pent up demand for it. And so once, we go into if it's going to be Q4, people are expecting runes to explode. And a lot of it has to do with who the creator is. Casey was obviously there at the event, and there's still a lot of respect for Casey, in the East. I think there was a little bit of a pause with that. Not that they lost respect, but I think because of the long tickers with runes, but they're realizing, which projects are building that has a rune, right? Now, like there's a lot of builders that have launched a rune, and I think that's very important for the Bitcoin ecosystem. And that was what the conversation was, right? It was like, look, a lot of these DeFi projects that are building platforms for people to actually do things on Bitcoin have a rune, and that makes a big deal. So that's what the thought process was behind runes. It was a really positive one, even though a lot of these market caps have dumped away or whatever. It believe me, it's not dead. Runes is not dead. Runes is going to have an explosion, in my opinion, but it's going to be once like the announcement, if you will, from a theoretical perspective is made that, hey, we are in the bull run. Bitcoin is passing. It's hit a new all-time high. You're going to see stuff like uncommon goods start to really get popular in the news feeds. Billy, the $1 billion cat, obviously dog with, Leonidas constantly. That guy has like a separate full-time job with that, right? And stuff like that. Those main tokens, I think even Satoshi Nakamoto will get, to a couple bucks and stuff like that. So I wouldn't panic. Nothing's guaranteed in this life. But I see runes having an explosion eventually.
100%. I was at a space last night because OSD wasn't available, so I couldn't go in there. So I went into another one, and it had BitGod was in there. It had Butoshi, all those guys, right? All the OGs. And they don't play on Fractal. They don't play on Merlin. They are exclusively Bitcoin, and their coin of choice is runes. Either they're all part of Casey's cabal, right? I mean, at the end of the day, you have different cabals in the space, and they're all part of Casey's. They don't play with anything but runes. And they were talking about runes. They're still very, very bullish on runes. And being in there, it kind of was just like and they throw the FUD at Fractal, and it's just like it's not good. It's not even good FUD. Right, it's like it's kind of sad in a way that they're becoming closed-minded, like the maxis are, right, with other stuff. So it's kind of like a cycle. Like the banking industry, TradFi hated Bitcoiners, and then it's like Bitcoiners hate shit coins, right, and like the other shit coins hate other side chain. It's just like a continuing. There's always hate to something else. Everyone's guarding their bags. It's tribalism, but it's just funny to see. But yeah,
great points. Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how it always is. But I would challenge you guys, if you are in that camp to where you're saying, oh, only ordinals and fungibles on layer 1 or whatever, just remember that you were getting shooed away not long ago, year and a half ago, right? So you were talking shit about the maxis. You don't want to be the same people you hate. But anyways. All right, let's get on to the next question here. Enrique Vargas says, always good to listen to your analysis, guys. Appreciate the compliment there. He says, what do you think about Unisat's airdrop? It should be big. Many thanks. So I'll let you start with that one. And I'm not sure if he's talking about the Sats Pump Fun airdrop, because that does have an airdrop, correct? If you hold certain assets. But let's start with Unisat airdrop, because I have heard that like people think that Unisat's going to have another airdrop for Fractal, but we haven't heard anything, right?
They're not having another airdrop for Fractal. I think you are right. I think he does mean Sats Pump Fun. So Unisat's token is going to be FB. If they add another token, they're going to piss off. Even if it's a meme, they're going to piss off SAT holders. They're going to piss off pizza holders. It's not going to happen. FB is their final token, and it's obviously the chain token. So, and the next question, I guess, would be if Sats Pump Fun. Sats Pump Fun with Francis. They're doing an airdrop, but guys, I don't think this is going to be big. Francis is not a real big airdrop guy. I mean, he obviously chases them just like all of us, but he's not really big on them. And he says it doesn't do great with the chain. And that's probably some insider information I shouldn't be giving out. But I don't think that I don't think this I don't think airdrop's going to be like, he does want to. So BRC20s and bitmappers, they were excluded from the runestone. So this is a big factor in that why Francis is giving Sats Pump Fun airdrop to BRC20 holders and and the bitmap guys, and he's kind of doing the opposite of what Leonidas did, and I love that idea, right? But it won't be any Fractal coins, so Glizzy's not in there, nothing else. But Francis did say that he has another token that's going to be a fun meme that potentially could get airdropped to Glizzy holders and stuff like that. But if you're in this for an airdrop, you just know that maybe not go too hard on things that you're expecting to be thousands of dollars, because it might not be.
Yeah, and remember, his team has some advisors too, so they might try to sway him in another direction. If it's whatever, Francis is really intelligent, so he's going to make the best decision on what I think his focus is on is how can it be the most successful overall. And so I think we're in good hands with that.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. So,
and I do know the name of the meme token that they're thinking, and it is phenomenal. I love it. So their meme token is going to be a good one as well.
All right, no more free alpha. Just kidding.
It's going to be the first Sats Pump Fund token. So obviously you're gonna have the Sats Pump Fund, their own token, but their first one that's going to be on their site. It's going to be pretty awesome. So
yeah,
so you guys know.
Awesome. All right, PZ up next. Great question, by the way, Enrique. He says, has Spooky token launched yet? And it hasn't.
No.
So I want to say that there's all the TAP tokens that haven't launched yet, guys. They're going to launch after TAP launches, because that really makes sense. It doesn't make sense really to launch a TAP token if you're a big project until the main protocol token is going to be launched to the public, and we are thinking at the end of October, around there. Is that correct?
Yeah.
For that. So go ahead.
The end of October. So yeah, well, that's what we're hearing. So we heard from one of our partners who's with inside information said it's going to be end of October, but their roadmap.
Stop using that phrase, by the way.
but our roadmap is saying mid-October. That's what it says.
Okay. Hopefully they do actually do that. I mean, spooky launching like on Halloween would be so iconic, in my opinion. So that would be cool. All right. Let's see what else is there. All right. Yasher says, in your view, track or tap going to be a side chain or a layer 2? Remain a protocol as it is now? That's a good question.
Really good question. And we just don't have the answers to that. I wish we did, right?
Marketing says layer 1.
Yeah. But knowing what we can do on layer 1 says layer 2.
Is it kind of like the BTC L2 marketing, where like we all know their side chains, but
yeah,
like,
pretty much
they keep using L2, and then now it's like these other protocols are using L1 whenever they're really I don't know.
So I did hear Fitzy talk on the Block Runner, and he was basically saying that it is L1, but they're using like off-chain smart contract. I don't know. I need to see it. I need to touch it. I need to feel it. I need to look at it. But before I give you, I don't know. I don't really know.
Well, I think there's multiple projects that are attempting this. So you had it right. Finality on layer 1, computation off-chain. So in this case, I think they're using Definity, which is ICP protocol, to do a lot of the computational stuff. So like you're swapping this token for that token, blah, blah, blah. It's being all indexed off chain. And then when that final finality is needed, the transaction is being sent to Bitcoin saying, this much Bitcoin needs to be sent here and this much needs to be sent here. And then that's it, right? So you'll be able to track it with, their indexers and stuff like that. So that's my answer. I think it's going to be like a hybrid, but Arch Network is doing this as well, right? Arch Network is another example. And I think it's the smartest approach because with the limitations, to be able to do smart contract stuff off chain and then use the finality approach, kind of, sending it to Bitcoin for that final transaction. But we'll see how it all plays out.
100%.
And he follows up and says, can it make it a decentralized database to store data in? So it would be off chain. So it could be decentralized, but it's not going to be on Bitcoin. Like all that data won't be stored on Bitcoin. There's going to be another way for you to look it up, like an explorer, a scanner type of thing.
Maybe their track thing. Maybe that's what that's for.
Yep. Claudio makes a good point. He says, to be honest, I'm sad that the first block drop is not actually an airdrop. Yeah, because it does sound like it's like an airdrop block drop, right? But you gotta pay to claim it. Let's see what else.
But then again, they never said it was going to be an airdrop. right? It's just, I think it was just bad naming. Block drop. It's just bad naming, in my opinion. But
Yep.
Let's do block claim. Claim your block.
All right. Let's see. I think the next one is here. Enrique says, "Happy birthday, Yagobi. What do you think about the Unisat?" Oh, we already went over that.
Yeah.
Big thanks from Peru. Oh, you're from Peru, Enrique. I've been to Machu Picchu and I went to Lima. So awesome places. And thank you for the birthday wishes there. Mike's World says, any updates when Uni Worlds will launch? This is a good question because like Uni Worlds has been super hyped up. You're pretty close with the OSD guys. I am too, but you talk a little bit more than I do with them. Any updates on this?
Yeah, so Block thinks it could be any day. He says, and I mean, that's what he said. He said it could be any day now that they launch. They were waiting for Fractal to launch, and now they're just kind of working the chain into their, because the chain's going to be a big part of Uniworlds. Everything you do in the game is going to be on chain, and it's going to be on Uniworlds. So, yeah, so I think it's ready. I think we're working on it for a long time, and it could be a very, very like dry version we see in the beginning, and then eventually add more and more. But Block said it could be any day.
Yeah. So is Uniworlds going to be kind of like bitmap.game, you think? To where like people go to Uniworlds and they can build on their own like 123.uniworld or whatever?
Yeah, so people that inscribe the Uniworlds will get a key. And that key allows you to enter your own world, your own Uniworld. And you get to do whatever you want in that Uniworld. But there will also be keys to open up other Uniworlds that like the team puts together. So it's like you go in, you can actually do things inside of theirs, but you also have your own. And this is just me kind of outside looking in. I really haven't dug deep into it, but this is kind of how I'm hearing it. But you can have your own world, which is kind of like your own bitmap type of thing that everyone else is doing, but it's like your own Uniworld, and then you'll have keys that open up other worlds that you can go into as well.
Interesting. Oh, other worlds that they probably created from a centralized approach, but actually, that's a pretty good idea, and that's probably why those keys went for so high. The keys of destiny or whatever.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Kind of cool. Don't worry, bitmappers. Bitmap will still be there, and the price is still going to be going up, and people are still building. I'm really bullish on bitmap.game, by the way. There's some news that probably will roll out here in the next week or so. So, all right. Matt says, imagine if we could get a fractal fruit on Uniworlds, orange or pizza. Yeah. Pizza's not a fruit, but
yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, well, tomatoes, I guess.
Maybe in Uniworlds it is. I eat it like it's a fruit. Pizza. So
yeah,
good.
I mean,
no, just kidding.
but when you eat a pizza, it's 4 slices too much.
For me, yes. For me, yes. All right, let's see. Nighthawk, what's up? This guy, dude, we gotta give this guy props, man. Like
legendary.
This guy is like driving Uber. He's freaking like having crazy things happen in the back of his car. He's like still watching the show, still coming every day. You have no excuse because Nighthawk shows up every day. It doesn't matter. And he just says, just got up, getting ready to watch the rerun. Just wanted to say, welcome back, Mr. Yagobi. Thank you. And to Shizzy, we made it.
We made it through.
Keep up the great work. Well, you keep up the great work, sir, because you are our hero, man. You constantly grinding. Let's see.
Z said a couple of things here. Yeah, there you go.
It says, my birthday, Yagobi, in a couple of days. Oh, happy pre-birthday to you, sir. It says, happy birthday, LeBron, bro. Okay. I don't know.
No, I think Libra.
Libra, bro. There we go. And then he says, was hearing Uniworlds, the gold key is worth investing in. So,
okay.
I know didn't you pick up a couple keys?
I got airdropped a couple keys because I was lucky enough to be an OSD when they were doing the at Uniworlds, and I grabbed like a bunch of them. I got Yagobi at Uniworld. I think I sent that to you, and a couple other ones. And I got a few keys airdropped to me. I didn't get no gold ones though. I got a couple, just the bottom ones. So I sold them, probably like a jackass. But
gotcha. Pro Crypto says, do you have a video? Do you have a how to buy FB video? Did we do one?
Yeah, I did one over the weekend. If you go to it, it's the one that's a dot swap one, and it's really easy. Yeah, so just go through it. So obviously you have live streams and you have videos. It's probably one of the top 3 videos there. And if you watch that one, there's other ones as well that'll kind of help you as well. But yeah, if we don't have one, let me know and I can make another one. But I'm pretty sure we do.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, so go check that out. Shizzy does a great job for step-by-step tutorials on here. I'm just checking just to make sure.
And it's actually super easy. I can actually show you how to do it. So it's just all you have to go do is .swap.app, and I can show my screen here in a second. Yeah, it's just www.swap.app. You kind of go in. It's going to make you sign into your wallet. I'll sign into mine here. So I'm into my wallet. Wallet's connected. So right when you come in, you're on V3. You just want to go to V1. And then you'll come down to here, swap FB for cat. And then you'll just flip it to where it's on the bottom here. And then you'll go up here and you'll grab Bitcoin. And you'll see a deposit. You'll see how you have 0 here to deposit. So if you have Bitcoin, it needs to be in the same wallet as you'll be trading. So just hit the deposit button. It'll have you send your Bitcoin to another wallet. And then probably 30 to 45 minutes later, your Bitcoin will show up right here. So you'll have it right here, originally your Bitcoin. And then it'll eventually be here. And that'll allow you to trade it for the FB token. But not only can you trade it for FB, but you can trade it for Cat, Fractal Bull, Kibble, and all other ones as well. So if you just want to get one of those tokens, you can. And then once you're in the FB, I would go from FB Bitcoin to FB first before I go in the Cat tokens because there's more liquidity FB and token than there is Bitcoin and then the Cat token. So go into FB, and then if you're interested in trading the other way, and then when you're ready to withdraw, just click up here and then view account. And then you can just go to withdraw, and that'll allow you to withdraw. You'll go to Fractal, and that'll withdraw whatever you just bought. So that'll go back into the wallet, but you'll have to go to settings and then change it from Fractal to Bitcoin or Bitcoin to Fractal. I hope that helped.
Yeah, I mean, you just basically got the tutorial just now live for you pro crypto. So that's special service right there, man. No, but we'll make a tutorial on it too.
Yeah,
I think it's needed. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
This week.
It's super simple though. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just kind of deposit, withdraw. So.
Yep. Babu, we kind of just talked about this. He says, "What's your thoughts on Uniworld's Key of Destiny NFT? Should he hold or sell? Please suggest us, sir." So we're never going to tell you what to do with your assets ever. But what do you think about them? Do you think they're good in terms of like, do they have potential?
So as an investment, obviously not financial advice, but like if I was holding them right now, I would holding it until at least it opens and maybe sell, buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. I'm actually thinking about buying a few myself now just to hold for that exact reason. But if you need these keys in game, why would you sell now? You know, it's like
the demand isn't there yet. You know, once the demand gets there, then yeah, I'm with you on that one. And Samawat says, "I'm planning on buying a Titan key." So the Titan keys, I think, are a little bit higher. Zeesh says gold keys are the ones that people are really wanting. So and Nighthawk says, "Machu Picchu, nice, Mr. Yagobi. You didn't go to Lake Titicaca. Highly recommend it." No, but I love the name of that lake. It's so funny. Lake Titicaca. I heard there's like a big deal because that lake is this. It separates Peru from Bolivia, I think, or something. And I have a friend that's Bolivian, and she was saying that there's, I don't know, some sort of like big border there for that. Definitely next time though, when I'm in Peru. Let's see what else we got here. Matt says orange as the currency on the specific Uniworld map, swap to pizza BTC, you name it. Yeah, I think this is interesting with Pizza Swap coming up right around the corner. We haven't really touched on that today, but how bullish are you on Pizza Swap, by the way?
Super bullish. 5 days away.
Why though? Because you hated the swap, which at first I'm always the guy that's like, come on, let's give him a little bit more.
Yeah.
And sometimes I end up like saying you were right. In that situation, you were absolutely right. The modular swap was atrocious. But what makes you bullish on Pizza Swap, even though isn't it the same system?
So it's different over here just because of the fact of the 30-second blocks. You're
Okay.
going to be able to. It's still going to be a few blocks to get in, and then even more blocks to get out. But getting inside in let's just say a minute and a half, is nice. That's a big change from Bitcoin's. If you have to wait 3 blocks, I mean, you're waiting up to an hour and a half to get in. And then once you're in, I feel like you're going to see a lot of liquidity inside, right? I see Glizzy as being one of the top tokens, token pairs inside, which is going to be huge because, as a Glizzy holder, that's very bullish, right? And am I bullish on the fact that we're going to have a swap on Fractal, but it's very similar to how dot swap is, deposit, play. But I'm getting kind of used to dot swap now. So it's letting me kind of open up to the fact that Pizza Swap is going to be very similar to that, and being able to get in and out within 10 minutes is nice. But like at the end of the day, like, why would I get out? I'm thinking that as well. You know what I mean? Like, if I put the token in there, I might as well keep it in there until I pull out, Bitcoin or FB.
Yeah.
Right. So
there's going to be
with the bull bridge
Bitcoin.
So there already is. It's called BTC, and you can buy it now. And you have a lowercase b Sats, and you have lowercase b Ordi and stuff like that. So they're already there. They're already ready to buy.
Stable?
So NUSD is rumored to be their day one, but it's not there yet.
Smiley, if you're listening, go do it right now.
I know, seriously. I messaged BitSmiley. I asked them, because I have a bunch of their things, a bunch of their ordinals that I bridged over, the discs bridged over to Merlin and locked them up. I mean, it's not a little bit. Like back at the time, it was probably like $15,000.
They're like sad faces. They're sad faces now.
Know.
They used to be.
Yeah, they're kind of sad, but I mean, they're building. They did take in a lot of money. So I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, NUSD is rumored. They are a BRC20 at the end of the day, and it should be pretty easy, just the same way they're doing the bull bridge. I'm not even sure if I don't think they're on the bull bridge yet, but I think bull bridge should allow you to bring over your NUSD. So
yeah. Well, BitSmiley did launch a BRC20 a long time ago too. So hopefully they're in the It'd be okay to have two stables, I think, over there. It doesn't matter.
You have 9 stables. I mean, let's just say I had $10,000. I don't want to keep that in one stable. I want to keep that in like 3-4 different ones, right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Especially new infrastructure, 100%. I love this new one, or this next one. John comes in and says J25 should do crypto bedtime stories. He's just got one of them voices. He was a great guest, though, very knowledgeable. I mean, he's like our permanent resident, I feel like, right? We love J25 and that crew in general. But yeah, who knows? Maybe in the future we have him on.
I would love to see Jay full time, dude. Yeah. Eventually, once we start earning some more money. So
yep. Let's see. Oh, okay. So Samuel Watt says gold is called Titan. So the gold key is the name of that is Titan.
And they're going for 00949. So I'm not sure how much money that is, but I think that's like a few $100, right? I think it's like $300-$400.
00049?
00949.
00949. Yeah, I think that's kind of a decent.
I think it's like $300, $400.
600.
Okay.
603. Yep. $603. All right. This is the last question, guys. You guys crushed it with the questions today, man. 589 people, live watchers. We just want to thank you guys so much. I mean, without y'all, man, like we couldn't do this. And so we thank you guys so much. This last question from Z says, what is bull? So this is the bridge, right? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I did talk about it a few days ago, but if you go to and it was funny because Block actually found this before they talked about it. So Block came on the show on last Thursday, and he was like, "Oh, they go to the bull bridge." Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I can say that out loud because he found it by accident. He went to fractal.bull bridge and it worked because there's Merlin.bull bridge as well.
Really?
You can actually, yeah.
Interesting.
So so you can actually use this. You can really use this to anything, but it's really simple. So you can pay in Bitcoin. I can connect my wallet here. My Unisat. I don't think I even have any Bitcoin in here to show you guys, but you connect your wallet address. It comes up. My wallet is connected, and then you can put how much Bitcoin you want, and then it'll give you the amount in BTC. So they also have Ordi and Sats as well. And if you go to Unisat, you can actually see here. If you go to So you got B sats right here, and it says bull bridge. And then you have another, but I think it's BTC as well, and you'll see as well. It'll say bull bridge. So there is going to be multiple bridges. This is just it's one of these. Yeah,
and that's
so,
that's
one that says bull. Make sure it says bull bridge. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the runes will eventually be on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Eventually, you'll see probably the bull bridge again. You'll see B. Dog go to the moon and B blah blah blah. So on the rune side of things, once that happens. So yeah. Shout out the bull bridge. They are kicking ass, and now there was arbitrage last night. I don't know. I don't have enough time to say this, but so last night, I saw that the sats, 50,000 sats were going for 10 fractal. I'm sorry, yeah, 50 million sats was going for 10 fractal, and I looked up the price of it over there, and it was like insane arbitrage. Like it was like 9 free fractal. So I went, I got sats, I bought sats, I did the bridge. By the time the bridge was done, the arbitrage was done. Yeah, I was like, God damn it! I was like so close. People were buying 50 million sats for 10 fractal when you could get it on Bitcoin for almost no. It was like $100 when you're paying 10 fractal. What's that, like $300?
Oh,
it
so
was $200 arbitrage.
It was cheaper on Bitcoin.
Yeah, it was a lot cheaper on Bitcoin because there wasn't a lot of it over here, and people were trying to get geared up for pizza swap because that's going to be the fee token officially. Right. Because when you do the pairs, you can get paid in sats in B sats, and so that's the pairs for people. As soon as people were bridging it over, they were just buying it up. They didn't care what the price was because they just need it. Again, they don't need. It's not an investment to them. It's just using it as gas.
How long does the bridge take? The bull bridge.
It took like 4 Bitcoin blocks. It did take a little while because one of my blocks was like 50 minutes. Is one of those freaking blocks. So it took like a few hours. But if you get 4 fast blocks, I think it'll fly through. I think it's 3 to 4 blocks.
Can you bridge any BRC20, or does it have to be white?
Only Bitcoin sats and Nordy. That's it for now.
Okay, so basically they're going to use a whitelisting system to where it makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they got to have the liquidity on the other side, right? So they got to make that token and make sure it's paired up and make sure Unisat has it listed. Because don't buy it unless it says, guys. So once again, I'm going to stress it. It needs to say bull bridge underneath the token. Like I'm going to show it one more time here because I don't want any of you guys getting scammed. BTC, make sure it says bull bridge. Like that is a an underlying thing. When you go to sats, that's the sats. Make sure it says bull bridge. Make sure it says bull bridge. Do not buy any of this other bullshit. All right. So make sure it says the bridge that you want. That is awesome feature from Unisat that I've never seen before, which is awesome. So
yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I can't wait because real quick, I want to say this, and I know we're going over. Today's a great show.
Don't matter.
Yeah. And the last cycle, guys, like I mentioned, the L2s and stuff wasn't necessarily as needed. Yes, there was some scaling ability there with price and speed, but it's literally needed for Bitcoin. So this entire ecosystem is going to explode. I mean, the limitations of Bitcoin still there. We don't have OpCat yet. Once OpCat comes, some of that gets eased right out. But until that comes, these L2s, side chains, are very needed, guys. They're needed to trade these things in a way that degens want to trade. So Babu says, sir, any cooks for OROG pass holders? Do you want to start with that?
There's a lot. There's a lot coming. Yeah. So we have a partnership with Foxy where we have exclusive rights to something, and we're gonna give. So we're gonna be doing some really cool stuff with them, and so we're gonna have something orange, something teal. The orange ones we're going to go to the OG pass holders. The teal ones are going to go to YouTube members. That's a $10 a monthly thing. And then we're going to have white ones. That's going to be basically, it's going to go up for sale. It's going to go up for sale somewhere. Public sale. If you want it, but you buy them to use them in Foxy Game, and we will have Vertium decks, another one of our partners. We're going to get them to be able to stake them. So if you want to earn Vertium token, you can actually use them to stake them as well. That'll be down the line, but stuff like that. But it's exclusive information. I probably shouldn't be saying it here. I should probably say it on YouTube members video.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would just tease a little bit, but you pretty much know there's a lot left information wise for that. So the YouTube subscriber ones, we're going to cap that at a certain number. We're not going to tell you guys yet. So people that do sign up for that will get that. And if you have both the OG and the membership, you'll get both. But let's just say it's going to give you guys an edge. And there's a whole nother part of this to where we won't get into that, but there's opportunity to
And there's going to be more and more. Like it's
Yes.
not just one. It's going to be multiple. And if they do well, since people actually use them in game, we're going to do a lot more cool stuff. So we'll let you guys know.
Exactly.
We join the membership. Get the teal
Yes.
ones, but that's up to you.
GeoE says, where to buy Glizzy?
Unisat. It's fractal.unisat.io. And you can buy it right on there. Or you can use one of the exchanges. I think was a CoinX listed today. And I think the other one, gate.io.
Is there a Glizzy chart?
Yes, there is. It's the I want to say CoinX chart. Or no, the gate.io chart if you look at Fractal.
Oh shit. It's on TradingView.
Yeah, you can look at the Glizzy chart.
Hold on, let me put this on the 1 minute because Glizzy's degen.
Can you show it? Yeah,
I'm gonna show it.
Okay.
Oh my
god.
Hold on. Dude, this is crazy. Look at this support. Support.
Oh, wow.
It's not going below this price.
That's a huge support.
Yeah, I mean, there's just not, there's not a ton of this is the Gate.io, of course, right? So is it spot right now, do you know, or do they have are they offering like perps for this?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
So this is what the chart looks like right now, which is weird looking because there's just the volume hasn't really gotten to where it needs to be. But yeah, so there it is. Everybody's bullish on that. Let's see. Did you do another thing with Adam McBride?
No, I haven't done one yet, but we'll knock one out. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll hit him up.
Yep. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. The bi-weekly that we always do, and this is the last one. I promise, because we got to get out of here after this. Did you both pick up cat20_pizza? It minted out this morning. So
I picked out a little bit. I didn't go hard into it. I wish I would have done it. It turns out it's the token from was it gaze.network. So if I would have known that, I probably would have a little harder. So, but
really, I wonder why they picked pizza though, because there's already a pizza.
Yeah, I was messaging them and they seem very east. If you know what I mean, like it wasn't the they did a great job of getting back to me very quickly and stuff, but like the you could tell there was a little bit of a language barrier, and I think that's kind of why.
Gotcha. All right, guys, amazing questions. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this show up. But if you guys do have a minute, please check out our partners, bitperp.io. These guys are going to be offering crazy leverage for degen tokens on a Bitcoin Layer 2 in Q4. But more important than that, they're gonna have a paper trading competition coming up. So please stay tuned to our channel because we're gonna update you guys very soon on this, because the trading competition should be coming up here, I want to say, in about 2 weeks. But we'll get more information today. We have a meeting with those guys. Keep your eyes out on BitPerp. Stay up to date with them. We'll update you guys as much as possible. Ordinal Hive, they are about to release their aggregator for Ordinals marketplace on Bitcoin Layer 1. So the cheapest Ordinals are going to be on their platform. They have a lot of stuff cooking, guys. I don't know if we're supposed to say, I think LP possibly. And they've also scaled out to Merlin Chain. So if you go to beta.ordinalhive.io and you just list, sell, buy, you'll start earning points. They're kind of following that Blur method with points. So you guys know what happened there. It's super early for these guys. Huge, in terms of like their team experience. You got Fonzie, you got McDurr. Great team, really embedded in the Bitcoin ecosystem. Fluid tokens. What else can we say about these guys? I mean, they're freaking crushing it. They're UTXO experienced devs. They've already built on Cardano. They are here now ahead of their time for, OpCat. So once that comes to Bitcoin, they'll be ready, but they've already introduced staking. So there's going to be 2 new assets that are going to be stakeable tomorrow, I believe. But if you are a project founder, I'm telling you, do this right now. Go reach out to them and tell them you want to have your community be able to stake your assets. You're going to have to provide a reward for that, or, figure out what reward you're going to give, but they will assist you guys on setting that up. It's non-custodial. So, they don't control what is being locked up. It's actually still in control of the staker. You can't unstake it until that date though, but it's only you guys that have control over that. Also, you can swap runes on their rune decks. They split up the runes for you, so go check that out as well. Verothium decks, I know they've been a little bit stagnant, but they are about to be on the move, guys. They're going to start adding more BRC 420s for you to be able to stake. As Shizzy mentioned, our project assets are going to be stakeable on there as well. They're going to be integrating into bitmap.game. Like I said, I'm super bullish on that environment. And then Foxy, guys, make sure to go get your Bitminer. Go get it, guys. Go get it, because I'm telling you right now, it is the only DMT. It's actually the only asset that you can mine other assets. And the higher in the rarity chart that you get with Bitminers, the more X's you get to mine mine BFoxy, which is their token that they're going to have a TGE on. You're also going to be able to mine possible USDT or the NAT token. There's going to be several other resources as well. You can put these on your bitmaps. So look out for them. The Clan Wars is coming up as well. And we're super excited about that. So thank you guys for checking out our partners. I think Shizzy's going to show you guys the blocks for the Bitminer here.
Yeah, so all you have to do is go to mscribe.io, hit Nats, hit DMT Bitminer like I just did, and it's going to bring you here. You can select a random one because they are very random anyway, and you can inscribe just like I'm doing right now, custom, and then submit and pay invoice, and then pay with wallet. Your wallet will pop up. You will have to sign into your wallet like I'll do right now. I'm signed in. And then you just hit confirm, and boom, I just bit one. It will give me a confirmation. I just bought one. So it's that simple. It's that easy. They are like $70, but if you are lucky enough to get one of the rare ones, I mean, you're gonna make your money back in probably within the first 2 weeks of mining. But that is completely up to you. That's not financial advice. If you want one to play, DMT is the way. So.
100%. And also, guys, if you could check out our website, ordinalrevolution.com. We have articles dating all the way back from the beginning of last year, right when we first got into the space. It'll catch you up if you're new to the space. Also, you can get the Bitcoin 2025 Las Vegas. It's going to be awesome. Nashville was super fun, but next year's in Vegas, guys. Think about how many side events are going to happen for the Ordinal ecosystem. There's going to be tons. You can get discounted tickets, early bird tickets. If you just click that banner, it'll take you directly to the link, and then you can get the tickets there. Don't wait for next year because ticket prices are only going to go up. I'm sure they're going to have amazing guest speakers at this next event next year. Also, on our site, you can get Ordinals gear, Bitcoin ecosystem gear, if you will. T-shirts, hats. That's where we got all of our Ordinal Revolution stuff. I wore all this stuff in Singapore. People loved it. You can get. I love that honk or the freaking Goosenals T-shirt there.
That's fire.
So you can do that. They send it directly to you guys. They don't, go through us or anything like that. But I think that's it, man. 607 people of you guys are paying attention, at the right time. It's Q4. Let's go. Let's crush this.
You guys are going to make it, guys. And we are live Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Central, 8 a.m. Pacific, and then 3 p.m. UTC. Check us out all week. We're definitely going to have videos out for you guys as well. Look out for those and the videos with founder interviews. That's how we kind of started our journey into this with founder interviews, because we want to get you guys the earliest information possible. So check those out. We have a whole bunch of them dating all the way back to last year as well. And if you are a member, we will have member videos. I know we've been slacking, but it's been the Singapore stuff, and I promise. And as excused by me, I could have did one solo. It probably would have been easy, but I've been slacking, guys. But we're gonna pick that up. And if you are a member, we do have a lot of alpha for you guys, man. So if you're you want to join that, it's $10 a month. Join that. If not, no worries. We can just get the alpha right from here. Monday to Friday. But until tomorrow, I'll see you guys then.
Peace.
We OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah, experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the oh no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Hey. Runes is coming, everybody on a night, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro. Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me.